Which
else.
probably comes back to your desire to be reminded about policy.
Absolutely. So, one of the things that I have done since I've been on City Council and been a part of is League of California Cities, which is an advocacy group that specifically works on policy for the state. Mm-hmm. And League of California Cities is officials all over the state. So I'm on the Community Services Policy Committee. So we work on that all year round, and there's actually, we make changes to bills that come forward, work on important things that actually go into it and taking things out that we don't think are viable or necessary, adding things that we really think are, fighting for those things, and kind of honing in on what's really important to put forth to the state, to the legislature. And then if they vote on it, then of course it comes to the voters. So 3 of those things that last year, the League of California Cities, all 3 of pretty big bills that we were working on, all 3 of the main bills passed in June. One of them is still coming back in November because it has to have a bigger vote. But it's very important to watch that happen, policy changing. We're actually changing policy by being that influence at that level. And just as an example, on our committee specifically, we had this huge amount, this big pot of money that is available to the state and all across the state to cities. However, the money was just a big pot, and I could easily see, reading through the policy, that it was going to go to Los Angeles and San Francisco and some of these big cities. And so one of the questions I asked in that policy committee is, well, what about small cities? What about us? How many people in this room are from a small city? And a good portion of the people in the room were. And so asking that question, saying, well, we need to specifically have money set aside for small cities, not just that we all are fighting for the same thing, because of course the people who have multiple, abilities to write grants and all of that are going to get it. So that actually got changed in the policy, and so that vote went through in June, and so we just got $250,000 for the city of Eureka because of that. So that's just one, just a small example of how you can really make a difference in our, in the city. Mm-hmm. And should I say this on? Should I say it? I should say it, huh?
Sure.
So I just actually got appointed by the president of League of California Cities to the board that actually determines all of the policy for the league that goes before legislature. So I just was appointed to that. That I get appointed, officially in September at our League of California Cities meeting. So that was really exciting to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it doesn't happen, apparently it doesn't happen very often. I've only been here a year and a half, and our regional director, she's like, I don't even know how'd you get on this fast track? Who did you talk to? I don't know. But somehow, at least the work that I was doing somehow got noticed. So that's good, because that really is policy for the whole state.
Right.
It's really important, and that affects us as a city.